Welcome, I am the Soul Enchantress, and this episode is about cyclical living, the art of cyclical living, and why it is okay sometimes when things get quiet, either in your business or your life. Okay, so also before I start, in case you're wondering why everything is so dark, I tend to channel pre-dawn. And most of my clients are all used to having to listen to my voice in the dark with the candles. So I channel by candlelight and I prefer to do it at dawn. And I've thought, well, why not do it for a podcast for you as well? So since you are simply listening to my voice and I've got incense and candles, so you may be able to see the smoke waft across the screen, and also you've got the candlelight, and as dawn breaks, the video may get lighter. Okay, so let's get started. This is about cyclical living. So sometimes things in life may seem as if they have come to a standstill, or that things are really quiet. And every now and again, I do have clients who run businesses that freak out because it's very quiet. There's not much sales happening, or they've just come off a really bumper season of sales, or there's not much activity happening in their business, and they freak out because they think that something is wrong or something is blocked. In another example, maybe, so that is if you run a business or it is work related. And then the other may be that in life you may be having a very quiet period where if you're a creative and you're used to creating things, or painting or drawing or inspiration striking or writing, all of a sudden you may find that things are just not coming out of you, or it's not pouring out of you as it used to, or that life tends to become really quiet, and you may even feel bored, or you may think, hold on a second, why is everything so quiet? It's the lull periods. Okay, so the human psyche finds it really difficult to deal with the silence, the quiet, and the lull periods. Okay, so however, what you kind of need to shift your perspective into understanding is that life and everything on earth is cyclical. So you've got the seasons, you have, if you are a woman, you have your menstruation cycles. If you are harvesting, or you say if you're a farmer, you have to plant the seeds, and then the seeds have to grow into little seedlings, and then it's the sapling that comes out, and then it's a little tree, and then it's a big tree, and then you can harvest the fruit. So everything has a cycle, and it's no different. Your life and your work also has a cycle, and it is in those periods where if you've planted something and it is growing, you can't see anything, and therefore those lull periods, those percolating periods of energy, is when you will experience the lull in the physical, the inactivity, the stagnation feeling. So there's two things that you need to understand though. One is if you haven't actually been doing a lot of energy work or flowing energy towards something that you want to manifest, or a dream that you're working on, if you've been doing nothing and it's boring and it just feels like you're stagnating and you're blocked, yes you are. Okay, so then get help in unblocking yourself and the energies around you. However, if you've actually been doing a lot of work, or if you've just gone through a really busy period, or you've had some major thing that you've invented or created or anything like that, and then you're experiencing a lull, that would just be that it is the next stage of growth that is actually hibernating and growing. So you can't see the growth, but it is underneath. And that is what that lull period is. So learn to work with it. And let me see if I can channel. This is a live recording, so I have absolutely no notes in front of me. This is how I create my podcasts. And it's also how I write. I literally just allow my consciousness to come through. So I'm going to see if I can actually channel 3 things that you can do in order for you to cope with this cyclical period of quiet and silence. Okay, just give me 1 second. It's a live channeling. 1 second. Okay, so the first thing that you can do during this quiet period is, okay, so if you are actually waiting on something, so you've done the work and you've done, you're waiting for a certain outcome to manifest, or you've created a whole bunch of things and you're waiting for the sales to come through or something like that, what you can do is go forward into the future. Look at what you would be doing once everything has actually come up out of the ground and you can see the tree and you are harvesting. So what would you be doing then? You would then possibly be doing X, Y, Z, and then take those X, Y, Z actions and start doing them now. So in other words, what you're going to do is you're actually going to do the activities that you would be doing if you were not in a lull. So if you were not in a lull and you had achieved what it is that you're trying to achieve, that is on the other side of this lull, okay? So on the other side of this lull is whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So go to that place and then bring it to your current moment and start doing those activities. So sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what would I be doing? And then do those things now. Okay, second activity. Okay, use the time to sit quietly with your thoughts whenever possible and ask yourself if there's anything that you need to know, and then start journaling. Okay, so that's another one of the topics that I am going to be releasing, and that is the power of journaling. So why it's so powerful to write as opposed to just doing it all in your head. So start journaling. And also all my workbooks for my digital programs, whether it is destroying your limiting beliefs to money, whether it is transforming your love landscape, detoxing your toxic thoughts and emotions, they all come with workbooks and they all include journaling. So if you haven't got my digital programs for releasing your toxic thoughts and emotions, or transforming your love life, or for destroying your limiting beliefs to money, then please get them. They will help you. They are amazing. And every single session that I offer has actually transformed and changed my life. And that is why I offer it to my clients, okay? So journaling is the second thing that you can do. And the third, acceptance. Okay, so simply accept that you are in the cycle of your seed growing underneath the ground, and you're simply waiting for it to emerge in its own time. So it is like the caterpillar becoming the butterfly. You are literally watching the cocoon and thinking there's absolutely nothing going on inside there, but there is. The most amount of transformation is actually taking place and you can't see it, and that's all that's happening. So accept that and allow it to be. Okay, I hope this has been helpful, and if you would like to work with me, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Please head over to soulenchantress.com and message me. Joyous Blessings.